Hey everyone! Today we are back in the custom pack, of course we are, and today's video is a doozy. It's all about the Giant Isopod, faint, give friends health, spend trumpets to give them more health. We're going to combine that with the Armadillo Hyena combo. The Hyena we're just going to leave at level 1, start a battle, swap attack and health. No reason to level it up anymore. The Armadillo is the crucial part of this as well as the Giant Isopod, and you might be thinking to yourself, well, they're both giving health. That's where the Hyena comes in, swap the attack and health, so the Armadillo is essentially going to be giving us attack. The one tricky part about this build is I wanted to do it without using churros. So that means that we have to really pay attention to the attack of the pets to make sure everything's going to trigger in the right order. There is another pet that's in the mix that is the unsung hero of this run. We'll see it when it comes. And of course with the build we need a trumpet generator, so a lot of times in the beginning when I was running this, I should say we were doing actually, let me back up here. This build was the first time in a long time I played with my buddy Sneaky Brusque. And if you don't know, my buddy Sneaky Brusque, when I started this channel, it was pretty much because of him. He gives me a bunch of Super Auto Pets challenges. We used to play a lot together. We've since been playing a lot of FPS games, which is kind of like his, he started in OG Counter-Strike. So yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with that, haven't been playing a lot of SAP, but he's still been keeping up with the channel and all that. There was a big update in the game we were playing, so we couldn't play the other night. Hence, we jumped back into Super Auto Pets. We found the Giant Isopod and decided, alright, let's try to figure out a fun team around it. And this is what we determined was the fun team. I did not think it was going to be possible after a couple runs. My buddy Sneaky Brusque wanted to change things up, and he was like, hey, let's put some other strong units in there. We don't have to go for that exact team. I was stubborn. I was like, nah, we got to make this happen. We got to go for glory. I believe. So if you're a dreamer, if you're dreaming out there, don't give up on your dreams. Please, stick with it. I promise you, you will find success somehow, some way, eventually. All you need is the determination. Because if I was trying to build like this a year ago, I probably would have given it 2 attempts and been like, no, what am I doing? I'm wasting my time here. So anyway, getting back into the run here, we got the Okapi going. The Okapi's really going to carry us while we make this transition. And honestly, the lobster beta fish into the armadillo is just too perfect. And the wyvern was the crucial part of this because not only do we need 3 tier 5s on this build, we're going for at least 1 tier 6. And getting the armadillo first was the best thing possible because we're not using churro, we need to control the attack. The armadillo needs to have the highest attack. Armadillo highest attack, hyena lowest attack, everything else we have pretty much in between. And of course the Giant Isopod is a faint pet, so that's going to go in the front. And the Highland Cow. So take the beta fish onto the armadillo instead of the Highland Cow just to ensure we're going to have that attack buffer. Not sure what kind of scaling I was going to go. I wanted to get a little bit of scaling until I got the final team set. And yeah, if you're not familiar with the Armadillo Highland Cow combo, I don't think I've seen it too much, but the Armadillo is going to trigger first, give health to everyone, and then the Highland Cow is going to use that health to generate more trumpets. So it's kind of a little twofer, a little BOGO, if you will, on the Highland Cow trumpets, which is great. And we were running low tier trumpet generators like the Platybalodon, which Sneaky Brusque told me I do not say right, and he was telling me how to say it, and I literally just could not even repeat after him. Like, I just couldn't say it, so I'm sorry. I do work on stuff, but sometimes I don't know. I just can't say things. And yeah, we're starting to face big teams, and it's very scary when you run into teams like this Triceratops. They just got a little Triceratops sitting in the back, and it absolutely destroys us because of the trades. So it's scary, and we're officially on the clock. The good part is, if we can get this Highland Cow level 2, it should be able to carry us a little bit. And we see 2 more in the shop, so I was very satisfied with level 2, but Sneaky Brusque was like, nah, those 2 Highland Cows are sitting there. we put them in, we push that sucker to level 3, and it'll carry us, and hopefully we can get the rest of the team set and then see it in all of its glory. And yeah, it felt good. Team felt good at this point. We still have 2 hearts remaining. I actually unfroze the 2 Highland cows before stacking them because that's when we were having our little argument, our little back and forth. I was like, nah, we don't need these. He's like, yeah, we need them. And he was oh so right, because we are starting to get smashed, but the trumpets come in and absolutely carries us, keeps this run alive. There's mongoose sitting there and stuff. Nobody got time for that. I really wanted to use this lobster on a giant isopod. So you know what? We're just going to go for it. Everything's here. Isopod comes in. Hyena comes in. We got rid of our big okapi. Got rid of the lobster with the cherry. So now the team is pretty much set. Obviously, we don't need the T-Rex in there. He's just there to give us a little bit of buffer. And here you go. Get a bunch of health, swap it. So now we are low health, high attack, same with them. And that's the problem with this build, is you're making the opposing team high attack. So even the health that you gain from the giant isopod is pretty underwhelming. The good part is you can put a mushroom on it to even increase those triggers more. And I figured at this point, 1 heart, you got to take anything that comes at you in the shop. We can't really push anything else level 2 or 3 besides the giant isopod because it's only 1 away. So the goal is get giant isopod level 2 and then get equipment. But we need to survive this round. Good trade. 41 trumpets, smash through melon. Fantastic trades. We are 1 away. Can we get this done? And look at this shop. This was so perfect. We sat on this for like 5 minutes and I told my buddy, I'm making an executive decision here. I don't think, well, what he fully didn't process, he wanted to leave T-Rex. He kept thinking the buffs from the T-Rex were going to go out at end of turn. I kept having to remind him it was start of battle just because he doesn't play too often. So yeah, eventually I was like, dude, I'm just making an executive decision. We're doing this armadillo. I'm getting the mushroom. We're going cow. We're going armadillo. So now we get a little bit more health after the swap, as well as the isopod. And let's see if that health comes into play at all. I'm not sure if it actually does, but the fact that this team has potential to get over the line is good enough for me. And it's that age-old question as always, where even if you lost, did you cook? And you might be scratching your head because I'm just joking around as always. We get it over the line. Let's freaking go. Look at that team, that final team. It's just so great, so great. So we're going to have a couple bonus clips as we ride into the sunset here. Here's one with Platybalodon, and yeah, it was working pretty good. It was that and Highland Cow, so absolutely no scaling, but I figured you don't want scaling with this build. That T-Rex was just in the main run just for a little bit. Yeah, just taking anything we can do to survive. And yeah, while we're kind of watching these clips, just want to mention again, you got an idea for a team, it might seem a little off, just stick with it for a little bit. And a lot of times what I do, I was telling my buddy, like, I might have to play this pack on another day and just see if we get better matchups. A lot of times we were not getting good matchups. We were running into like summon teams that would just kill our low health team here. You see the draw hell. You just end up drawing everything and it's really tough. You see here, you got the team cooking. No trumpets though. No trumpets, so that's why the isopod's sitting back there. And yeah, everything's just too low health, so you hear the music coming in. We're gonna go ahead and ride off into the sunset. So if you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this new update in general. Let me know what you think of the Giant Isopod. Is it really effective? Considering we have a level 2 Armadillo, level 2 Giant Isopod, I don't know. I really don't know. But as always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.